Hey everyone, welcome back. I don't know about you, but I've always liked One-Up Components products, not only because they're quality, but because they're Canadian and they gave me the first ever 42 tooth extender that I enjoyed so much. During the pandemic though, we started to use more and more P&W products. I mean, we've been using their droppers for a few years now with no issues whatsoever and lifetime warranty, remember? So when it came to replacing the clipless pedals with flats for the off season, guess what? I looked at One-Up and I looked at P&W. I have their composite flat pedals with me today. Let's take a closer look at them. And the reality is that you don't have to go for One-Up and P&W these days. There is a lot of companies manufacturing composite flat pedals. I have with me this set of Tor pedals as more of an entry level, and because I had the chance to look at 5Dev not too long ago, I'm gonna have those pedals right next to the One-Up and P&W. And we're going from Tor Cycling with not much more information on the box, pedals inside, to One-Up, which gives us the color of the pedals right here, composite black. You have that serial number or barcode, and that's pretty much it. And inside, here's the pedals separated by a piece of cardboard. P&W range pedals that pretty much keep the design consistent with other products. I like that you have a QR code here you can scan to get to more information. Here you're gonna get, again, this is black. They have multiple colors. And inside, here's pedal number 1, pedal number 2. Welcome to the P&W, and washers. And I don't know if packaging tells you anything, but for me is the attention to detail. And in that battle, I would say that P&W wins hands down in comparison with the other two. Also, P&W is the only company that provided pedal washers and is not noted on the box. But did you know that these pedals come with a lifetime warranty just like their dropper post? That's pretty insane. These are composite pedals. But what about the overall build? And I have 5Dev in here just for reference for premium pedals. Mind you, the price reflects that. Down to earth to our pedals, here's the P&W that has their logo right in here. They have this distinct shape as well, and you see pins all around, including here for the ball of your foot. You go to One-Up and you're gonna have the branding right in here as well. You have these little ribs here that I don't know if they do anything. You do have one pin here for the ball of your foot. And finally, Tor, this being more of a generic design, it does not have a pin here. Looking at the axle, these are all chromoly or steel axles, and you see, or you would feel, a big rubber O-ring right here at the edge of Tor, protecting what's inside. Some of them have bushings, some of them have tiny bearings. When it comes to installation though, you're gonna notice that P&W is the only one that would require a Big Mama. This is an 8mm Allen key. You go for the One-Up. This one can use a 15mm wrench or a 6mm. Some say that 6mm is an advantage because you can tighten this on the trail. You usually have that in your portable toolkit. And just a quick note here to emphasize the fact that we're talking about the composite, the cheaper version of all these pedals. Again, for my winter beater bikes, One-Up, they do have aluminum pedals, and they also have a small version of these pedals as well. And finally, P&W, these guys even use different names for their pedals. And one thing that I like about the composite versions of the One-Up and P&W is the fact that they don't have that Big Mama bolt right here next to the axle. At the first glance, you could say that all these pedals use the same pins. You have that wider base, they are threaded. You can easily replace them from the other side using an Allen key. But I looked at the pins carefully and look at this. 327 is what you get on Tor and P&W. That's the height of the threaded pin. You look at One-Up, these guys are one higher, 412. So you got 0.7 of a millimeter higher pins. I don't know if that means anything in the overall grip. Another criteria could be the number of pins you have on each pedal. And you see P&W feels like it has a ton of pins everywhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and one in the middle, that's 11. You go to 1-Up, you have 3 on this edge, you have 4 on the other edge, and then you have 3 more in the middle, so that's a total of 10. And that's pretty much what you get with Tour as well, but they're arranged differently: 4, 4, 9, and 10. So 10 pins again. Many of these pedals will have a convex shape. So the pedal itself, the shape has a bulge here where the axle is. That is true for both P&W and 1-Up. But then what they do is, in case of P&W, you have a concave shape that's kind of given by the pins. The idea is that your foot rests on top of the pins, and you see that middle one being sunken down. 1-Up doesn't believe in that. You have a concave shape of the pedal, and the pins sit pretty much flat. In case of Tour, this is the only pedal that is kind of concave, so you see the shape of the plastic, and obviously the pins are going to follow that contour. The other thing that is worth mentioning here is the size. The only thing that's unique here is definitely the shape of the P&W, which is a bit wider here at the base. This one is 11 centimeters right there at the base. You come here at the tip, you come down to like 10 centimeters. The spindle is 13 centimeters. Pedal itself is also about 11. 1-Up is pretty much 11 width. Here 11 as well. And Tour, very similar. We're talking 11 and again 11. It is as if they got together and decided that's a good size for the average rider. Studies have shown that a lower overall stack height helps with power transfer, and in that regard, these 3 pedals are very similar. And from right to left, first one is Tour at around 18 millimeters. Second one is 1-Up. The thickness of that one is about the same. And last one is P&W, that seems to be maybe a millimeter thinner, but remember, you're gonna divide that by 2, so these are pretty much identical. For us, weight is not that important for pedals like this because we usually use them in the off season, as I mentioned earlier, but for some of you folks, that might be a criteria. And here's the cheap Tour at 183 or 366 per set. P&W sits at 398, so about 200 grams per pedal. Finally, 1-Up is at 361. Premium pedals, 340 grams, so a bit lighter than all of these, even though they're made out of aluminum. So 1-Up versus P&W versus other third-party composite pedals versus Fancy 5-Dev. What do you guys use? What would you choose between the pedals that I just put in front of you today? With the price, features, weight, or company reputation weight in your decision? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know if you liked this video, and if you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And until next time, I'll see you folks on the trails. Yes, we're riding in winter as well. Cheers, guys. Cheers.